So over the past 3 months, you may or may not have noticed that I've been kind of MIA from YouTube and from social media just in general if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And that has been all for good reason. There's been some big changes that have been going on in my life that are outside of the YouTube channel, but in a way they directly affect the YouTube channel because they affect where I can film the videos and kind of like how I can film them and whatnot. So that's what I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've just been so busy, is to make a video to explain to you guys the current situation, what's been going on, because I haven't been just not doing nothing. It's been quite the busy past 3 to 4 months. But today I want to take the time in this video to kind of explain the whole situation and explain my game plan going forward with getting back into the grind on the channel with making videos on the go-kart project, the Corvette project, and a bunch of other really cool video ideas I've been thinking of and really wanting to do. I just haven't had the time. But now that things are settling down, I'm kind of situating myself to get back into the YouTube grind. So if you guys have watched my videos in the past, you'll know that this space is very familiar. This space here, this garage, is basically where my YouTube channel lived and breathed out of. That's where the go-kart was built for the very first time. Started in this corner here with that tape diagram on the ground, and the whole go-kart was built out of this garage, and it kind of served as my workshop for the past 5 to 6 years of all my different projects. The Corvette I had in here for the past year or so. So this has been a really cool space that I've been thankful to have. I had all my tools, all my workbenches, my shelves for all my stuff in here, but you'll notice now that it's pretty vacant, at least from all the stuff that you would recognize from seeing in my YouTube channel videos. And now it's just filled with storage boxes of random stuff. But the more important thing is that none of my stuff is here anymore. So essentially you're probably asking, where did that all go? Well, earlier this summer, my wife and I were fortunate enough to be able to purchase a house of our own. And so that house has its own 2-car garage. So essentially this space here was no longer needed. This condo or house essentially belongs to my dad, and he had been renting out half the space to me to be able to keep it for my go-kart and Corvette project and all the other things that required a garage, because previously I'd been living in an apartment that had 0 garage space, so I couldn't have done any of the projects that I've been doing over the past 2 years in that apartment. But now that I have a house of my own with its own garage, this space is essentially no longer needed. So now he's going to be using it for whatever he needs. But I am very fortunate that I was able to use this space over the past 2 years. It was really cool kind of transforming the space into a workshop, with the whole epoxy floors, painting the walls and everything. Really got it set up nicely. But it was cool that I'm very fortunate that I was able to get a place of my own, and so now I can kind of start doing the same with that garage. But essentially I wanted to come here one last time and kind of close out this space so you guys can kind of see it through fruition of, it was once a really cool workshop, now it's just a typical garage. But in the next clip, I'm going to take you guys over to the new space that's got all my tools and goodies in there and kind of explain to you everything I've been setting up, what's been going on with the house, and a little bit of the game plan for the YouTube videos going forward. But this is the final video in this garage, and then I will take you guys over to the very new to me workshop and garage that the YouTube channel will now be based out of. Alrighty everyone, so welcome to the new home of Nat Automotive and all my future projects with the Mercedes here. We got the Corvette, and then the go-kart is actually up in front. I was able to squeeze that all into this garage here. So it's a pretty nice 2-car garage that we got with this house. So I'll kind of show you guys around now. So one of the big things too that really put a damper on the YouTube videos for a while was we had a pipe leak behind the water heater here. We basically had this really bad type of pipe that houses were built with for a certain period of time called polybutylene. So because of that leak, we had to repipe the whole house. So this was all cut out. The whole inside of the house was cut apart. So that took away from a little bit of focus from the YouTube channel. But now we got brand new plumbing throughout and everything. But other than that, just been spending a lot of time getting situated with other things in the house, like furniture and whatnot, and you know, doing some small projects to get comfortable. But this house is really nice. I think the guy that used to live here was an engineer as well, because he had this workbench already installed. So this is a really nice hefty workbench. It's probably about 12 feet long, and it's got the pegboard on the back already. So I just kind of I mounted my little power strip here and started adding little things. This shelf was here, but I added one of the lights I have, so that like when I'm working over here, I can, you know, have stuff lit up and much more easily visible. Got all my power tools down here. Still in process of organizing everything, and that's been a big project, is just getting the garage situated. Got all my drill press, my grinder here, but I was happy that I was able to make enough space here for both cars to fit in the garage. So still have the C55. I do want to do a few videos on that coming up here. I'm going to do some more like sound videos and maybe some driving videos. Of course, we got the Corvette, so that's a big project that is in the works, and the current status is the hood is now mounted again. Everything runs and drives really well. I just got to go to the DMV, find a day off work, and get all the paperwork situated to get it registered, to drive it around a bit before we tear it apart again to start the go-kart part of the build. And then over here we got the go-kart, the tried and true of this channel. This is kind of really where the momentum of this channel picked off from. So the go-kart's here. It was able to fit nicely. I mean, it's a real tight fit, but we were able to get both go-kart and Corvette all on this one side. So my plan for this thing, I'm going to make a separate video on this to kind of describe in more detail, but this thing needs a refresher, like a little mini restoration. There's little parts of the build that I want to make better so that it drives better and it's a little bit more robust to wear and whatnot. So I'll save that for that video where I explain that and kind of get cracking on those little projects for the go-kart. But I still very much so want to drive this thing and use it and have fun with it, because it's a little nice toy to have some fun on the weekends. Got some shelving put up, so we just got over here, got like car care stuff, household stuff up there. All my creeper there, my sawhorses, and then you saw my probably saw my toolbox over here. So I'm still in the process of filling this guy up with tools, and then I'll do kind of like a tool organization video at some point of like how I've set up my box. Getting a whole new set of screwdrivers. Harbor Freight hooked me up, but yeah, this is a nice thing to have. I can roll around the garage and bring it to wherever the project is. And you can see I got the Corvette on the battery tender so that the battery doesn't die. But I still take it out on the weekend usually and just drive it around the neighborhood to cycle the fluids and everything and make sure everything stays up to spec and up to snuff. But yeah, I mean, other than that, Corvette's still running good. Not a whole lot has changed with that. Do need to give it a thorough wash. When they were doing the drywall in the house here, in the garage, it really got this car all dusty and everything. So got to clean it off at some point too. But I'm dying to get this thing on the road to drive it down the PCH and just have fun with it before we start the go-kart portion of the build. And then you can see here, this is the old workbench that I had over at the other place. So I brought that over here. So this is just another place to store stuff and work on things when the Corvette's out of the garage. Got some nice lighting set up over here. But yeah, so this is essentially the new workshop setup for the Nat Automotive YouTube channel. Like I said, it's been quite the process of buying the house, getting settled and everything, especially when we had our pipe issue. But now that that's kind of all settled down, I can really start focusing more on the videos that I've been wanting to do. I have like a little notebook of all the different video ideas that I want to just kind of do and check off and then do the next one. But if you guys have any ideas, please feel free to leave a comment below and let me know what you want to see more of on the channel. I'm trying to refocus my efforts here, but I did start my full-time job now after finishing grad school with my master's degree in mechanical engineering. So I'm working on fighter jets now for the Navy, so that's cool, but it also takes a good amount of time with a full-time job. But I'm gonna find time to commit to these projects, because you know that's what you got to do in life. You got to have fun things you work on to keep you going through the grind of an everyday job. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I apologize again for being MIA for a few months here, but just took some time to get situated with the house and everything and my new job. But I'm really excited to get back involved on the new channel. One thing I also didn't mention is upstairs I actually have a game room / office where I'll be doing all the editing for my videos and maybe just do some videos where I'm talking in person. But that's gonna be a cool station that I can do all my editing out of, and game also on the weekends when I just want to chill out. But thanks again guys for watching. Again, if you guys have any ideas or comments for videos to come, ideas for the channel, you know, I'm really trying to focus more on my photography prints to sell as well to help support the channel. So I'm really trying to up that right now as well. But if you guys have any ideas, feel free to let me know. I'm always open ears to hear your guys' thoughts, because you guys are what makes this channel awesome, and I always love reading your comments. So if you guys haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button. But the next video I plan on doing is running through the restoration kind of checklist of what I want to do to the go-kart to kind of get it up to speed again. So that's what's to come. So thanks again guys, and I will see you in the next one.